Hi, I'm Shakti Durga. Welcome to the Goddess Speaks podcast. This is a collection of discourses from the ancient goddess Artha, containing spiritual energy and activations and discussions of those discourses. I hope that the teachings are beneficial to you on your personal journey of enlightenment. Hi, I'm Shakti Durga. Welcome to our Goddess Speaks podcast. For the last couple of years, every week, I've been meeting with a group of advanced meditation practitioners, and we've worked together now for many years. And on 29th of May, 2020, to our surprise and total delight, the ancient goddess Artha appeared to teach the class and has been appearing most weeks since. One of the amazing things about having a goddess come and deliver the class is the potency of the energy and the purity of the spiritual power that comes through. And if you're receptive and open, you'll receive a lot of blessings and spiritual activation just from listening to the recordings. So you might say to yourself, who's Mother Artha? Well, she was known about as a Celtic goddess, and similarly, she was known as Artemis and also Isis. But she is a universal ancient goddess from the time of the Golden Age, the Satya Yuga, and she lives beyond the Pleiades in the region of Ursa Major. She comes to us each week bringing, as I said, tremendous voltage and glorious and gorgeous teachings that are just uplifting, and we all feel amazing by the end of it. Before she delivers the teaching, we are prepared with mantras, purifying meditation, and then we do a sort of neo-shamanic journey to meet Mother Artha, usually in the field of energy of the sun. And she blissfully speaks through my voice using language and inflection that's just a bit different to my natural speaking voice. In this particular podcast, we've chosen 12 of the teachings, and also the following week we discuss what Artha taught us last week. And so we've included the 12 discussions as well, where I add my own insights to that which was shared from Artha. And so there's some expansion of the teachings, and they're delivered in a different way. We've also included a bonus episode, which is one of the purification rituals that the class undertook before meeting Mother Artha. I hope that you'll find the sessions beneficial to your journey to enlightenment and that you enjoy the podcast. It's been a truly great honor and a joy to deliver these teachings through the blessings of the Great Mother. Mother Artha pulls out her book and wishes to read from the book of Artha. In your heart receive the words that Artha was, in many countries, known as Isis, and the symbol of the throne was a symbol of Artha from the distant past, which was passed to Mother Isis and became her headdress. But the Mother Artha, similarly to Mother Saraswati, brings culture. She brings tremendous impulsing towards the divine. Her influence was strongly felt amongst the Druidic brothers and sisters, that theirs was a language of trees. This language was given to the Druids by Mother Artha, and the sacred trees were called into their full divine expression by the Druidic lords and by Mother Artha. That it was she who helped to bring some clarity to the roles of the masculine and feminine as man and woman in sacred service and ceremony, not because one was ever meant to be superior to the other, but so that there could be partnership and the reality of the unknown words yin and yang planted and made clear for the people of this time. This was a time when birth was celebrated as the greatest of all achievements, a time when the number of humans on the earth was small, and when the rising of the population was of a paramount consideration for the survival of the species. To women were given certain holy roles and tasks to be done with complete connection to the divine, to be like an empress in that she brings through her yin energy many good circumstances into the family, including the birth and bringing forth of children. In the design of man and woman, it is truly said that to women is a larger portion of spirituality given in the incarnation by virtue of the yin nature. When the yin nature is more than 50%, then the birth will be female, and if the yang nature is more than 50%, the birth will be male. This was the divine design in time immemorial. However, these roles become stagnant and they became infused with the problem of the ego, that as the man had less of the divine as a proportion of personality made manifest, it was harder for the masculines, who had so much of testosterone to deal with, amongst other things, harder for them to open to the truths of the divine, and easier for them to solidify teachings into what became known as patriarchy. The patriarchy distorted the truth of roles which were given to women and men back in the time when such roles were given, and made one more and one less. And then as civilization developed and grew, to this more and less assessment became also the economic considerations and, of course, the muscular considerations of military strength. It was not the purpose of giving these roles to subsume the role of women or to lessen it. In this time space, to come out of these old habits, there is a time of mixing the genders and agendas of what does it mean to be male, what does it mean to be female, in order to create a new clarity, in order to create new roles of equal respect. There is a proper time in which there is blurring of the lines, in which one becomes the other, as part of the divine design, not instead of the divine design. Over time, and time will tell how much time this is, there will again become a time when those who are born in male bodies know their masculinity and those who are born in female bodies know their femininity, and the heartache and sorrow of the current era will be resolved. This cannot be resolved until there is a proper equality between the sexes. One does not have a goddess in one's life to be subservient to another. And with the demise of the role of the feminine within the Western mystery traditions and the exoteric traditions, much was lost, and history could have evolved in a different way. In alternative universes, it did. But in this one, we held a polarity of patriarchy at the same time as in another distant universe, another civilization very similar to ours held the polarity of matriarchy. Each of the extended polarities became unbalanced, and each is now moving towards the other. We ask Mother Artha for inspiration as to how to properly bring about the respect within the hearts and souls and the archetypal unconscious patterns to be evolved to bring forth the love of masculine and feminine into new forms, into new ways of being, and to have great compassion for the souls who volunteered to be in this time of trans this and trans that, as there is great suffering in some of these roles. Bringing in energy of illumination through your own being to understand that no matter what one's identification, one is child of God, and one is seeking to be a way shower, even though this might not be in the conscious mind of each of these people, is to have compassion and to know that we're breaking free of stereotypes of the past that were sick and now unhelpful. The divine will always bring things into balance, and the imbalances we are seeing now are a part of the journey to a new and wholesome balance, where the divine will ensure that those who feel the yearning to express as male will be born in male bodies so as to avoid the pain that is currently being gone through, but this time is not yet. May each of us play our part in the assisting of the balancing of the respect and love of the masculine and the feminine on this planet, in this universe. May we do this in total harmony with nature, and may we learn from nature. And we ask this in full faith, so be it. And so Mother Artha wishes to bless each of us, and through us to bless the whole human family with greater compassion, with greater awareness of the role of the feminine, and a growing awareness of a new masculine archetype. As one evolves, the other must. And to bring forth an end to feeling lost or trapped, but indeed to bring forth a new rejoicing. The full extent of this new rejoicing may not occur within the lifetime of many of those who are currently listening to this broadcast, but it will happen in the future. And thus the goddess has spoken and closes her book. We give thanks to Mother Artha for this lesson in the greater history. We give you thanks for the blessings, and just feel the blessing of Artha coming in. May we play our part in the unfolding plan of peace on earth, and may we do it in the way that is right for each one of us. May we have the strength and awareness of the divine within, that we no longer feel inadequate. Through divine grace, so be it. And gently bringing your awareness back into your body, and when you're ready, open your eyes. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Goddess Speaks. If so, please share it with your friends and your family so they can benefit too. If you'd like to connect with me, visit my website, shaktidurga.com.